Fascioscapulahumeral Muscular Dystrophy and Rejection. That's what we want to talk about today. I was diagnosed with this dreaded disease 34 years ago at 14 years old. I have a very good, close, personal friend, and she's a psychiatrist. I've known her for 20 years or over. And she knows some of the rejection issues that I have dealt with, because we've talked about this in passing. And she asked me to make this video to other people with Fascioscapulahumeral Muscular Dystrophy. And I'm just going to share what I've been through and how I've dealt with it. And maybe something I say can help some of you, because I've been dealing with this now for 34 years. I'm now 48 years old. When I was diagnosed with FSH, I was a normal young teenage boy. I was playing basketball, I was riding my bicycle, I was playing football, doing everything that a normal 14-year-old young man would do. Now, when I got the diagnosis and I began showing the symptoms, I noticed that my facial features were becoming more predominant. Now I wear this beard and this mustache to cover up a lot of the facio FSH symptoms. Now, many people don't know this, but the form of MD that we have, it deforms your face. Like, I would not look exactly like I look now if I did not have the FSH-MD. Nobody with FSH-MD would look like they do now, because there are deformities, some more severe than others, that occur with this disease. Why do I bring that up? Because of this. Not only have I faced rejection from society because I'm different. When I walked with a limp and I would fall, randomly fall. And people in general don't like something that's strange, that's abnormal. It's not they don't like it, I think they're afraid of it. And it causes them to reject that which is not normal. So society in general has rejected me. When I walked, and now that I'm in a wheelchair, I get discriminated against on a semi-regular basis. Different ways. It's all rejection. Now, the most painful form of rejection for me, being a man, is the rejection from women. Now, I've been married 3 times, been divorced 3 times. All the women that I married, they left me for other men. Now, I am able to have sexual relations, so I know that's not the case. But for whatever reason, it's probably money related, all the men they left me for made more money or had more money than I have or than I make. So for whatever reasons those ladies chose to leave, the bottom line is I was stuck dealing with that rejection. So when I was diagnosed as a young teenage boy, that diagnosis placed me onto a certain path of rejection. It was inevitable. it's inevitable, unavoidable, that if you have FSH MD, you will face multiple rejections from multiple classes and groups of people. There's no way around that. It's just the world that we live in. It's just how people think. It's how they are. It's how they relate to other people, like I said, that are different than them. So, being placed on that path at a young age, I began facing rejection from women, girls, basically from day one. I did not have a girlfriend all the way through high school. Now, I tried to get girlfriends, but they were not interested because at that point in time, I was wearing a left leg brace, and I was the only boy in my graduating class with a physical disability. Only one. So I stuck out like a sore thumb. I would go to the cafeteria. I would eat alone. No one would eat with me. So that's rejection. The rejection from women's been very difficult. It still is. I'll be honest with you, I've really never learned how, and after 34 years, listen to this, I've really never learned how to get used to that. Even friendships, you know what I mean? It's just difficult to get used to. So the rejection thing with me is a big deal. Even bigger than the physical pain that I endure. The pain of rejection for me personally is a big, big deal. Because I'm a friendly kind of guy. I mean, I can get along with anybody as long as they're not rude or insolent or disrespectful to me. And just this rejection thing is, it's like this. And I'm going to wrap this up. I don't want to bore you to tears. But it's like this. When I roll into someone with my wheelchair, when I roll into a place of business or anywhere I go with my wheelchair, then that makes insecure people more insecure. I notice men with big muscles and big, strong-looking men, they get very, very uncomfortable when I roll in. And all I can figure is they're insecure, and me being in this wheelchair, somehow or the other, makes them more insecure because they act insecure around me. And I notice a lot of women act very uncomfortable around me. Don't know why, but it's always been that way. So the long and short of my story is I don't get around a lot of people. I've been programmed not to. Rejection has a way of programming you. You learn what works, you learn what don't, and after you've been rejected so many times, then you just learn not to get around people. So that's all I've got to tell you on that story. I hope something I said may have helped you. Maybe you can help me. If you have Fascioscapulahumeral MD or whatever, comment on my video. I'd like to talk with you. Catch y'all next time. If you like my channel, hit that subscribe button. Catch y'all later. Bye-bye.